Hi friends, are you ready for today's story? Today we're going to read this story. What do you see? I see leaves and what's this? Right, it's a scarecrow. Who uses a scarecrow? Farmers. And why do they use a scarecrow? To scare away the crows, caw, caw, the birds that go to the farm and who will try and eat all the food that the farmer is growing. This scarecrow is at the farm to protect corn. Crows like to steal corn, but the farmer doesn't want the crows to steal it because the farmer has to grow it, pick it, eat it, or sell it. And if the crows steal it, he won't have any. This story is called The Falling Leaves and the Scarecrow. It's written by Steve Metzger, that's the author, and illustrated by Jill Dubin. That's the illustrator. She made the pictures. The publisher is Scholastic. Scholastic put the book together. Let's see what happens with the scarecrow and the falling leaves. It was early autumn. In Farmer Ned's field, rows of ripening corn grew beside tall trees covered with colorful leaves, and Scarecrow stood in the middle of it all. We have a red tree, a purple tree, an orange tree, a yellow tree, and leaves with smiling faces. I wonder if those leaves talk. Maybe they're characters in the book. Maybe. Scarecrow and the leaves were the best of friends. In the morning, Scarecrow did silly dances for the leaves. During the afternoon, the leaves made cool shade to protect Scarecrow from the hot sun. And at night, Scarecrow sang sweet lullabies to help the leaves fall asleep. Lullaby and good night, my sweet leafy friends. One morning, Scarecrow woke up and saw a group of geese flying through the clear sky. You see them? If you turn it like this, it's almost like the letter V. In the fall, when it starts to get cold, geese like to fly together and go somewhere where it's warmer. What a day, Scarecrow said. The sky is blue, the sun is warm, and I feel so happy. He turned his head from side to side to look at the leaves. There's some over here and some over here. So he looks this way and he looks this way, from side to side. Wake up, everybody, Scarecrow said to his friends. It's a beautiful day. That's what you always say, Orange Maple said with a smile. Well, it's true, Scarecrow said, turning to Purple Beech. He continued, time to greet the day. Okay, Purple Beech said in a tired voice. I'm awake. So that's Purple Beech right there. And I see the farmer. He's plowing his field, getting it ready for another crop season. And how are you this fine day? Asked Scarecrow. We're fine, said Orange Maple and Yellow Hickory. They answered. And what about you, Scarecrow? Great! Scarecrow replied with a big smile. Just then, some noisy crows arrived. It was the same group every day. Caw, 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 caw. Uh-oh, Yellow Hickory said. Here we go again. They're there to do what? What do the crows want? They want to eat that corn. Scarecrow stopped smiling. He waved his arms and legs and shouted, "Go away, pesky crows!" But the crows just laughed. "You don't scare us," one of the crows said as she nibbled on kernels of corn. "You're too silly to be scary," another crow added. "I'm not silly," Scarecrow said. He tried to make an angry growl, but all that came out was a squeak. Like that, just a squeak. This is bad news. It's a scarecrow's job to scare away the crows. And if he can't scare those crows away, is he doing his job? Who's not going to be too happy about that? Right. The farmer. And there he is. He looks like he's upset and maybe a little angry. Red Oak watched from above. "I wish we could help," she whispered. "Me too," Orange Maple said with a sigh. "But what can we do?" The crows ate more and more sweet corn. Meanwhile, Farmer Ned ran over to the field waving his pitchfork. This is a pitchfork. He uses that to scoop up hay. But he's not happy, so he's waving it in the sky, in the air, so he can chase away the crows. As he got closer, the crows quickly flapped their wings and flew away. Caw, caw, caw! "Look at this half-eaten ear of corn," Farmer Ned said. "What kind of scarecrow are you? Those crows aren't scared of you at all." Oh, look at Scarecrow. It's no fun getting in trouble, huh? Yeah. The leaves could only watch as Scarecrow sadly hung his head. "I'll give you one last chance," Farmer Ned said. "If you can't scare those crows away tomorrow, I'll have to find another scarecrow." Farmer Ned turned around and walked back to his house. Uh-oh. If you don't do your job very well, you could get fired. And Farmer Ned said if the scarecrow didn't scare the crows the next day, then he will have to fire him and get a new scarecrow. That's so sad. "What am I going to do now?" Scarecrow said. "Farmer Ned is going to throw me out." The leaves looked at one another. After a few moments, Yellow Hickory spoke up. "I have an idea," she said. "We can help you become the scariest scarecrow ever." "How can you do that?" Scarecrow asked. "We'll show you tomorrow morning," Yellow Hickory replied. "Just you wait and see." So Yellow Hickory has an idea. I hope it's a good idea, because otherwise Scarecrow can't be the Scarecrow anymore. That night, Yellow Hickory explained her plan to the other leaves. Scarecrow was so excited he could hardly sleep. At the crack of dawn is the earliest in the morning when the sun first comes up. At the crack of dawn, Orange Maple was the first to wake up. "Time to rise and shine," she shouted. "Let's get ready." So they have a plan. Orange Maple looked up at the sky. "Wind, oh wind, please come and help us." The wind immediately appeared. "Good morning, colorful leaves," she said. "Do you need me to help you fall?" So she's gonna blow them and help them fall off the tree, maybe? "Well, yes," said Purple Beach, "but instead of making us fall to the ground, can you please blow us onto this scarecrow's face? We're trying to help our friend scare some crows." Sure, said the wind. So where do the leaves want to go? Do they want to be falling on the ground? They want the wind to blow them onto the Scarecrow's face. Well, that's a silly idea. But let's see if it works. Me first, said Purple Beach. Please help me cover one of his eyes. Cover his eyes? If he covers his eyes, he can't see. That's silly. The wind took a breath and blew Purple Beach on top of Scarecrow's left eye. Then the wind blew Yellow Hickory on top of Scarecrow's right eye. What? He's got 2 leaves on his eyes. He can't see anything anymore. I can't see, Scarecrow cried. Don't worry, Purple Beach said. You'll be able to see as soon as we're finished with those crows. Now it was Red Oak's turn. Please place me on Scarecrow's nose, he said. The wind nodded. Nodded means like you go like this, and that means yes. Wind nodded and did just what she was asked to do. The only one left was Orange Maple. I want to be on Scarecrow's mouth, but please make sure that I land upside down. Okay, the wind replied as she took care of Orange Maple's request. Now my work is done, said the wind as she flew away. What happens now? Scarecrow asked. Just wait, Purple Beach said. The crows will be here very soon. The sounds of calling crows filled the air. Caw, 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 caw. Look at Scarecrow's face. He looks very different now, right? Yeah, those leaves made his face look scary. They were back. Time to eat some corn, one of them said in a loud voice. First, let's see if our friend is awake, said another. He jumped on one of Scarecrow's shoulders, looked up at his face, then screamed, Ah! It's a monster! The crows could not believe their eyes. It really is a monster, one crow called out. Let's get out of here and never come back. In an instant, the crows were gone. Caw, 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 caw. He scared them, and they're never coming back. That's great. From his porch, Farmer Ned saw everything. He started to run over to Scarecrow. Okay, everybody, now it's time to fall, Red Oak said. The leaves quickly dropped to the ground. Huffing and puffing, that's what happens when you run. Sometimes you huff and puff. Huffing and puffing, Farmer Ned said, Well, Scarecrow, you did a great job scaring away those crows. I want you to always be my Scarecrow. He patted Scarecrow on the back. When somebody does a good job, you can pat them on the back and say, Good job. Scarecrow smiled his biggest smile. Looking down, he whispered, Thank you so much. The 4 leaves smiled back. Yellow Hickory happily said, That's what friends are for. And what are friends for? For being there for you, for helping you, for being kind to you. This Scarecrow had really, really good friends, and they helped him when he was in a little bit of trouble. Friends like that are the best kinds of friends. And you guys are my friends. Would you help me if I was in trouble? I would help you too. Well, that's our story, The Falling Leaves and the Scarecrow. Thanks for reading with me. Bye now.